Hi everyone, my name is Karishma and this is a lecture number 4 review. First, to recap from lecture 3, we went over 3 key formulas. The first one being volume percentage, where we have the volume of solute divided by the volume of solution times 100. The next was the mass percentage of solute, which is the mass of the solute divided by mass of solution times 100. And the third equation is the mole fraction, where we take the moles of whatever substance we're using divided by the total moles of the solution. The first key term we went over in this lecture was molarity, which is defined as moles of solute divided by liters of solution. We went over an example problem in class where we have 0.20 moles of ethylene glycol dissolved in enough water to give 2 liters of solution. And this would have a molarity of 0.1 because we simply take the 0.20 moles of ethylene glycol and divide it by the total liters of solution, which was just 2. Next, we went over laboratory preparations of molar solutions. The first step is to measure the solid's weight and then to transfer it into a volumetric flask, ensuring that the flask has half of the final volume of the solvent. And then you would swirl the volumetric flask to dissolve the solid. And then finally, you would pour the solvent until the solution reaches its final volume. Next, we went over an example problem about polyvinyl chloride, and only 0.002 milligrams per liter of it are allowed in drinking water according to the federal regulation. And so that was the premise of this problem, where we first needed to find the molar mass. And for each atom, you can simply look on the periodic table to find the molar mass and multiply it by the number of atoms to get the total molar mass. And then using dimensional analysis, you would convert the 0.002 milligrams per liter of this molecule into moles per liter. Next, we went over dilutions, where a standard solution is a solution of accurately known concentrations, and dilution is the process of lowering the concentration of that solution by adding more solvent. And here are a few key formulas we went in class to depict that. Next, we went over molality versus molarity. And molality is different from molarity because it's the moles of solute divided by kilograms of solution. And the difference seen here is where in molality we simply add the solute particles, whereas in molarity the solute particles are already integrated in the solution. And these are some important concentration units to know, including the mass to mass ratios and the mole to volume ratio. Thank you.